Hi there, I'm Lex from travel blog offasmileisland.com, and today I'm going to show you 3 recipes that you can make at home to make authentic Vietnamese style coffees. So while I'm here during lockdown, I'm filming this from my little London kitchen. Haven't been able to go anywhere in a while, so I'm really missing all the places that I've been to. So I'm trying to keep myself busy by recreating a lot of my favorite recipes at home. So this one's really easy to recreate at home. You just need a couple of key things. The first is some nice strong coffee. This one's actually one that a friend brought back for me from Vietnam recently. It's just really nice, strong coffee. You can find kind of the Vietnamese style in an Asian food store if you have one near you. If not, any strong brew ground coffee will do. The second thing we need is a can of condensed milk. In Vietnam, a lot of times you'll find that they use condensed milk in the place of milk and sugar. This really counterbalances the really bitter, strong coffee, and it works really, really nicely. If you don't like a really sweet coffee drink, maybe tone down, maybe do about half of what I'm putting into it. I don't like it maybe as sweet as they like it in Vietnam, so I'm going to put quite as much in. Next thing you need is a coffee phin. That's this little guy right here. You can find these on Amazon. You can find them in Asian food markets. I got this one at a night market in Vietnam, and it's just a little, it looks like a little cup, got a little press inside, and it sits over your coffee mug. So I'm going to show you 3 drinks today. The first is just a regular hot drip Vietnamese style coffee with the condensed milk. The second is an iced version. And lastly, I'm going to show you one that sounds a little weird, but trust me, it's delicious, which is egg coffee, which is a little bit more complicated, so I'll leave that one to the end. So let's get started.
So take 2 teaspoons of that ground coffee and put it into your phin. A little shake, make sure it's all even. Put the filter back in and start adding your water. Slowly at first, let the first drips come through and fill it all the way back up to the top and let it slowly drip through, and that'll give you a nice strong brew.
So once that's done brewing, take the phin off of your cup. We're going to take our condensed milk and we're going to do 2 teaspoons of condensed milk into the coffee. Like I said, this is quite a sweet drink. It works really well with the nice strong coffee. Give that a little stir. And there you have it, that's Vietnamese style coffee. So for the iced version, normally you just make the black coffee just as I've shown you. You put the condensed milk into here, your glass with the ice. But I really fancy an iced coffee this morning and I don't really want to waste good coffee. So I'm just going to pour it straight over. A little shake around. And then I'm going to be bit fancy and top it with some chocolate sprinkles. There we go. That's it. It's that simple. You just make the ice version like that. So the next one I'm going to show you is how to make the egg coffee. So for this you're going to need 1/4 cup of condensed milk, 2 egg yolks separated out. You can save the egg whites for making some meringues or a face mask or something. And either some grated chocolate or some cocoa powder. I've used cocoa powder because at this point there is no chocolate left in this house. So you'll need a mixer for this, either a hand mixer or a stand mixer. I'm using the stand mixer. It's a bit big for it, but our other one's broken, so we're going to use this one. So you're just gonna put the eggs into there. This makes about 2 cups. You're gonna wanna do the topping first before you make the coffee. And the reason for that is you're gonna want it to be really nice and hot when you add the topping to it. So we're going to make the topping first. So once you've got all your ingredients in there, you're going to want to mix it for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's quite frothy. So we're gonna mix it now. So we've mixed our topping now. That's been going for about 5 or 6 minutes. As you can see, it's got some nice air bubbles in it. So next what we're gonna do is we're going to make our Vietnamese coffee as I showed you earlier. I'm gonna set that in a heat-proof dish. So what we want is that coffee to be really, really hot when we put that topping on. So I'm gonna fill the bottom of this with boiling water. So make sure you use like a heat-proof glass or mug, nothing that's going to shatter. And I fill that just to keep it nice and hot. And I've got my coffee in there, and we're just gonna make that as I showed you earlier. So once your coffee's done brewing, you want to remove the phin. And while the coffee's still in that hot water, you're gonna want to get a spoon. You're going to want to spoon over some of this lovely egg coffee mix over your coffee. I'm just gonna do that now. So once you've got about half of that mix in there, as you can see, it's gone a bit custardy. It's starting to kind of mix in with the coffee. Once that's done, you want to get a bit of your cocoa powder. You're going to want to sprinkle a bit of that over the top of your coffee. And this is going to taste a bit like a tiramisu. I'm going to sprinkle a bit over. I quite like chocolate, so I'm going to put a little bit more. There you have it. That is Vietnamese egg coffee. Thank you so much for watching. Now you know how to make Vietnamese coffee 3 ways. If you want more information on this recipe, or if you want to read about some of my travels, please go to alphasmallisland.com.